guys, nice to have you all here today. This is the BNB Chain Hackathon 2024 workshop, day 6. I am Sarah. I'm the head of BNB Chain APAC BD team here today. I'm the host of this workshop today. So it's our honor to have contributors of BNB Chain from 5 different projects, including TUSD, Sina, Q&A Tree, Mason Network, and Pop Planet to join us to share their experiences of working in crypto industry and develop on top of BNB chain. So let's start. Let us welcome the first speaker of today's workshop, which is Astro, the community ambassador of TUSD. The topic Astro is going to share is a journey of trust, transparency, and growth. Astro, you
All right.
have 20 minutes. It's over to you.
All right. Thank you, Sarah. So, greetings, everyone. Welcome to the TUSD and BNB Chain Hackathon workshop. I am Astro, your TUSD community ambassador. I'm thrilled to explore innovation and collaboration with all of you. Today's workshop is not your typical event. It's a space where minds mingle, ideas flow, and creativity comes to life in the dynamic world of blockchain. So, let's dive into the essence of TrueUSD, a pioneering presence in the ever-evolving crypto landscape. TrueUSD stands out as the first USD-pegged stablecoin with live on-chain attestations conducted by independent third-party institutions. It has secured its position on over 80 exchanges, spanning centralized exchanges, decentralized exchanges, and various DeFi platforms. Additionally, TUSD is actively operational on 10 plus mainstream public chains, showcasing its widespread adoptions. TrueUSD boasts a robust daily attestation process conducted by Moore Hong Kong, a global renowned accounting firms. This daily attestation is a testament to the stability and transparency of TUSD. Furthermore, the integration with Chainlink's industry-leading proof of reserves enhanced the security of the minting process, reinforcing TUSD's commitment to the reliability. In a significant milestone, TUSD was granted statutory status as an authorized digital currency and medium of exchange in the Commonwealth of Dominica on October 7, 2022. This recognition further underscored the credibility and regulatory compliance of TrueUSD, solidifying its role as a trusted digital asset. Now let's move on. Let's rewind to 2018 when TrueUSD made its debut. Courtesy of TrueCoin LLC, a California-based company, fast forward to March 2019, a pivotal movement as TUSD teamed up with Amarnio LLP, marking the genesis of real-time reserve attestations by independent auditors for a USD-pegged stablecoin. In December 2020, TechTrust acquired TUSD from TrueCoin. Despite the change in the ownership, TrueCoin continued as TUSD's operator and authorized agent, ensuring meticulous oversight of its reserves. By May 2021, TUSD's market cap surpassed the $1 billion milestone. In February 2022, a strategic alliance unfolded as TUSD joined forces with Chainlink, leveraging its proof of reserves technology for on-chain transparency. By March 2023, TUSD's market cap soared past $2 billion, and a collaboration with the network firm LLP brought real-time attestation services into the spotlight. June 2023 marked a milestone as TUSD's market cap skyrocketed beyond $3 billion, signifying a robust trajectory of growth. Come July 2023, TUSD declared the completion of its international transition, bidding farewell to TrueCoin as the operator and authorized agent for reserve oversight. Closing the chapter in December 2023, TUSD inked a pivotal partnership with Moore Hong Kong, an esteemed auditing firm. This collaboration aimed to fortify TUSD's auditing practices, with Moore Hong Kong diligently providing daily attestation services for TUSD's reserve assets since January 16, 2024. The journey has been nothing short of spectacular, with TUSD's market cap reaching new heights and its commitment to transparency and collaboration stronger than ever. Next, embark on a journey through the unique features that characterize TUSD, which known for its accessibility, trust, liquidity, and stability. Now, accessibility. TUSD transcends the ordinary, offering not just a stablecoin, but a readily accessible digital asset. With a strong presence on more than 80 exchanges, including industry giants like Binance and HTX, TUSD has also seamlessly integrated into the decentralized exchanges, lending protocols, and yield aggregators, solidifying its position as a cornerstone in various crypto subsectors. The adoption by DeFi protocols such as Curve, Compound, and Venus underscores TUSD's accessibility and versatility. Trust. Trust is the bedrock of TUSD's identity, evident in its robust reserve attestation system. Supported by the prestigious accounting firm Moore Hong Kong, TUSD's credibility stands unrivaled. The collaboration with the network firm specializing in crypto auditing further fortifies the technology support for auditing reserves. The final auditing results are transparently available on TUSD's official website, TUSD.io. Leveraging Chainlink's proof of reserves technology secures TUSD's minting process on chain, elevating its credibility and positioning it as a pioneer in stablecoin innovation. Liquidity. TUSD sets new benchmarks in liquidity, with a 30-day trading volume surpassing $10 billion in March 2023, reaching a record high. Sustaining this momentum, TUSD's average daily trading volume surged beyond $1 billion in Q3 2023, establishing itself as a highly liquid stablecoin. Kaiko's data reveals that TUSD's trading volume accounted for up to 10% of the total stablecoin trading volume across all centralized exchanges globally at one point in 2023. Notably, the TUSD imposes no fees for minting and redemptions, fostering a seamless experience for users. Stability. Stability is a defining characteristic of TUSD, as evidenced by Messari's Data Research Institute. TUSD's price shows daily fluctuations within a range of less than 0.005 on average, with a median daily fluctuation of 0.0028 throughout 2023. This stability strengthens TUSD's reputation as a reliable choice in the volatile crypto market, further cementing its position as a trustworthy and resilient digital asset. Now let's move on, shifting gears to transparency. Diving into the core of TrueUSD's commitment to transparency and security, a testament to its unwavering dedication to provide users with a clear view of its operations. TrueUSD relies on Moore Hong Kong, a distinguished accounting firm founded in 1975 for attestation services. As a pivotal entity within Moore Global, Moore Hong Kong offers a comprehensive array of services, including auditing, attestation, accounting, business outsourcing, and taxations. The collaboration with Moore Hong Kong reinforces TUSD's commitment to robust security measures and transparency. On TUSD.io, users can witness a snippet of the daily auditing reports furnished by Moore Hong Kong to TUSD. The intuitive auditing graph displayed TUSD's total supply in blue with a hover over option to view circulating supply on each blockchain, while USD reserve are denoted in black. For those seeking further insights, detailed auditing reports are available for download, providing transparency into the reserves held by TrueUSD's financial and trust partners. Moore Hong Kong's daily attestation services and reports offered at the industry highest frequency, seamlessly align with TrueUSD's commitment to security and transparency. A standout feature that sets TUSD apart is the inability for issuer to access reserves held in the custody at any time, which is rare among other stablecoins. TrueUSD's commitment extends to on-chain transparency through Chainlink's decentralized Oracle network. After more Hong Kong collects and attests reserve data, it is released on-chain. The TUSD smart contract autonomously verifies whether the total supply, including the amount to be minted, exceeds the total USD reserve before initiating any new token minting. Chainlink's proof of reserves is detailed on the right side of the page, showcasing its 16 on-chain oracles. Confirmations from at least 11 oracles are required for each update on TUSD's reserve data, ensuring a high level of transparency and relying on open, independent data sources. This robust process stands as a testament to TrueUSD's dedication to maintaining the token's redeemability for USD while enhancing the system's stability. As we navigate the evolving crypto landscape, the conclusion of rate hikes by the Federal Reserve in 2024 bodes well for USD-pegged stablecoins. In this dynamic market, the importance of timely and qualitative auditing that aligns with industry standards cannot be overstated for stablecoins' sustained growth and reliability. Now let's move on to the expansive TUSD ecosystem, a dynamic realm spanning numerous exchanges and public chains, underlying its versatility and widespread adoption. TrueUSD listed on over 80 exchanges, including Binance and HTX, and live on 10 plus public chains, has cultivated a vibrant ecosystem catering to diverse use cases. The circulating supply stands impressively at 2.85 billion TUSD, with peak daily trading volume reaching $1.41 billion and total transaction hitting 4.79 million. These figures highlight the resilience and the popularity of TrueUSD, solidifying its position as a versatile and accessible stablecoin. As it continued to thrive on various chains and exchanges, the TUSD ecosystem remains a cornerstone in the ever-evolving landscape of digital assets. Now transitioning to the realm of real-world applications, TrueUSD has established itself as a preferred method for seamless transactions across various platforms. First, Now Payments, a crypto payment app, has integrated TUSD, enabling businesses to transact with ease using stablecoins. ChangeNow, a non-custodial crypto exchange, has embraced TUSD, facilitating payments across Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, and Avalanche. In the world of crypto payments, IvanPay has integrated TUSD into its array of payment options. With acceptance on Ethereum, Tron, Avalanche, and BNB Chain, user benefits from lower transaction fees compared to traditional payment rails. Travel enthusiasts can now utilize TUSD on Travala.com, a leading crypto-friendly travel booking platform. The introduction of ERC20 TUSD and the TRC20 TUSD payment interface allows users and merchants globally to engage in hassle-free TUSD transactions. Travala Wallet further expands this accessibility by accepting ERC20, BP20, and TRC20 TUSD payments. Uquid, a Web3 shopping platform, has embraced TUSD, opening doors for users to make purchases using ERC20, BP20, and TRC20 TUSD. This integration enhances both user experience and provides additional payment options. In the realm of decentralized labor market, Hive, a Web3 labor marketplace, supports TUSD payments across Ethereum, BNB Chain, Polygon, and Phantom networks. B2B in Pay, a crypto payment processing and enterprise wallet provider, has also added TUSD as a settlement currency for merchant clients. This addition expands the range of utility for TUSD within the crypto ecosystem. CryptoWallet.com, a comprehensive crypto services platform, now supports TUSD transactions. Users can store, buy, sell, and make purchases with TUSD using their debit or credit cards, enjoying the benefits of a versatile stablecoin. As a stablecoin committed to security and transparency, TUSD, with its proof of reserve mechanism verified by More Hong Kong, stand out in the industry. Users trust TUSD for its robust security standards, making it an ideal choice for traders navigating market fluctuations and long-term investors safeguarding their holdings. Moreover, TUSD's utility extends to remittance, cross-border payments, and e-commerce transactions, offering a reliable and secure solutions for international financial activities. Now let's embark on a journey through TUSD's growth metrics, unveils a narrative of a substantial expansion and strategic partnerships, particularly within the Binance ecosystem. TrueUSD circulating supply has witnessed remarkable growth, surging from $2.31 billion to $2.8 billion since its launch up to January 1st, 2024. This significant milestone showcased TUSD's resilience and demand within the crypto space. Token Insights serve as a reliable source, providing comprehensive data on TUSD circulation growth as of January 1st, 2024. In terms of daily transfer volumes on BNB Chain, TUSD has achieved noteworthy peaks, with a daily average transfer amount reaching $31.1 million as of January 1st, 2024. The peak daily transfer amount on BNB Chain soared to $114 million in 2023, a testament to TUSD's liquidity and utilization on Binance Smart Chain. BSC scans serve as a reputable source, offering insights into TUSD's transfer metrics. TUSD's strategic collaboration with Binance has been instrumental in its growth trajectory. Initially invited to join Binance Chain 4 months after its launch in April 2019, TUSD became one of the pioneering stablecoins integrated into the Binance ecosystem. Then, in April 2023, TUSD was deployed on Binance Smart Chain as a native token, facilitating direct minting or redemption of BP20 TUSD on Binance official website. This strategic move not only lowered fees for users, but streamlines the minting confirmation process, enhancing the overall user experience. As of January 1st, 2024, the supply of BP20 TUSD on BNB Chain reached an impressive 30 million TUSD, solidifying TUSD position as the second largest stablecoin by supply on BNB Chain. Additional metrics, including 8,300 holders and 180K transactions, highlight the vibrancy and engagement of TUSD community on various chains. Beyond its presence on BNB Chain, TUSD has actively collaborated with Binance across diverse platforms. This includes engaging in initiatives such as margin trading on Binance Futures, being included in the secure asset funds for users, availability for loans through Binance VIP Loan, and integration into Binance Pay. TUSD has seamlessly integrated into Binance ecosystem. Its contribution as a diamond sponsor to the Binance Blockchain Week and participation in Binance Launchpad highlights its recognition and support within the Binance community. Now, in conclusion, our exploration of TrueUSD journey reviews not only a just stablecoin, but a resilient and adaptive force in the crypto landscape. With its growth metrics, strategic partnerships, and transparent practices, TUSD stands as a cornerstone in the ever-evolving Web3 world. Looking ahead, TUSD's future prospects are promising. As the crypto market evolves, TUSD is prepared to navigating challenges and seize opportunities, fostering innovations and stability. Its community-driven ethos and strategic collaborations ensure relevance and resilience in the dynamic crypto ecosystem. As we embark on this path of innovation, the TUSD community remains at the forefront, shaping the future of stablecoins and contributing to the broader vision of decentralized finance. So thank you so much for joining our TUSD Hackathon workshop, and thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Astro. This is BNB Chain Hackathon, by the way. Anyway, and we know that TUSD has been working with BNB Chain for a long time. So we're really looking forward to exploring more like DeFi or like stablecoin usage scenarios with TUSD in the future, such as advanced DeFi or even payment solutions on top of OPBNB, which is the layer 2 of BNB chain, and etc. Looking forward to that. Thank you again. Next, please welcome Cecil, CEO of Sina, and Brian, co-founder of Gamma, and Vladimir, co-founder of Algebra, to share a bit more about DeFi and their successful experiences about building on top of BNB chain. So their topic today is maximizing potential, unleashing the full capacity of our plugins. You guys have 30 minutes. Please start.
Hi, everyone, and thanks for the intro, Sarah. But it's a big pleasure to be here. So I'm Theseus, the co-founder of Tina, and I'm overseeing our operations from business development to product management. We're actually wearing many hats as we're still a scaling startup, which is the part I love the most. I've been working in crypto for more than 3 years now and been working on Tina for a bit more than a year since our launch, essentially. And I'm enjoying this industry even more than when I started. I'm also extremely excited for this hackathon and to be able to pick the brain of many bright developers that are here today and that will contribute to the future of finance with us at Tina. Today, I also have the pleasure to be with two of our closest partners. So we have Algebra and Gamma. Algebra is our provider of concentrated liquidity AMM, and they will tell you more details about their solution a bit later. And they have their V3 called Integral, which is what is going to enable plugins on top of our pools with our next iteration, our V3, which should come at the end of the quarter. And Gamma is our biggest automated liquidity manager. They've been working with us since we launched concentrated liquidity. So it's been more than 9 months. They currently handle more than 60% of the liquidity on Tina. So very happy to have them both here with me today. So before we get right into the plugins topic, I'm going to give you a short rundown about Tina and our first year of operation, as we just celebrated our first year anniversary. So essentially, we started Tina from the realization that there was a big opportunity and the right timing to execute on it. So at the time, we had seen the rise and the fall of the original Solidly DEX. That was its name. It was on Phantom, built by someone called André Conré. And it introduced us to what we call the VE33 model. We quickly realized it had an amazing potential in aligning the interest of stakeholders within a DEX. And we could leverage this model to make a great business development layer for a chain. And we quickly decided to go on BNB because we realized it had, one, the biggest user base, and two, one of the most mature and biggest DeFi ecosystem, which is exactly what we were looking for. And at that time, myself and the rest of the team, we had experience with other blockchains. And so we had our network. But the thing is, most of our network wasn't on BNB. So basically what we did for our go-to-market is that we reached out to all our network and we said, look, there is like this huge market on the BNB chain. So let's do a launch together, do a go-to-market together. And this is how we started Tina. We launched with more than 22 partners from the get-go. And the VE33 model gave us very strong arguments to onboard those protocols early on and essentially to have them trust us and develop with us. So now, without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to this infamous VE33 model. So essentially, it's a reworked version of the VE model from Curve, for those of you who know it. On Tina, liquidity providers, they earn our tokens. You can lock it from 2 weeks up to 2 years to get VE. And with it, essentially, you unlock all the utility from the token. So you can vote for pools every week to distribute our weekly emissions, and you will receive a corresponding share of the fees generated by the pool, plus any potential voting incentives that would be deposited by protocols to acquire more votes. So for example, you can vote for the Frax BTCB pool, and at the end of the week, your vote, let's say it accounts for 50% of the total vote in the pool. Well, you will receive 50% of all the fees generated by the pool, plus 50% of the voting incentives deposited by Frax in that case. So this emission marketplace it's a great tool for protocols as they're looking to scale their liquidity in a way that is cost efficient. So on average, on Tina, when a protocol deposits $1 of voting incentive, they can expect to get on average back $1.2 of emission. So this is mainly how we managed to attract 40 and plus protocols during our first year of operation, and this number is growing every week. And now if you think about the overall implication that it has on the DEX, well, so we have VIDO holders and their actions, they have a direct impact on the evolution of our protocol's liquidity, right? And as a DEX, the lifeblood of your activity is liquidity. You want your liquidity to be allocated in a way that it can produce the most revenue for the protocol. But given that VIDO holders will always look to maximize their profit, they're going to vote for pools that generate the most revenue. And so this model is essentially self-optimizing over time as the need of every individual coincide with the need of the protocol itself. And on top of that, the VE model is a great way to counter initial inflation that you need to bootstrap liquidity when launching a DEX. So to give you a rough idea, on Tina, we have 78% of our supply that is locked for an average of 1.8 years. And on average, every week, we have 80% of our emissions that are being locked. So it's pretty impressive, I think. But so now that you know a bit more about the VE33 model, so when we started, we were essentially this Uni V2 style AMM with VE33 tokenomics on top. But now, after 1 year of operation, we're obviously looking very different than back then. I would say now we're on our way to build one of the most complete 360 trading platform that is available on chain and on the BNB ecosystem. We have two core products for trading. We have Tina, our spot DEX with concentrated liquidity, and we have Alpha, our intent-based perps DEX. So our perps DEX is using an intent-based framework where users request their intended trades to be filled. And it will be matched with an offer from the market maker with the cheapest cost structure to execute the trade. So if a market maker, for example, you're trying to open a BTC long and he's offering 6 basis point spread and the other one is offering 4 basis point spread with a better funding rate, then it will match you with the cheapest one. And the thing with this model is that it considerably increased the capital efficiency for market makers versus if they were market making on an order book based solution. Because with our model, liquidity is never locked. It's rather used on demand as people post their intent for a trade. And they can also source the liquidity from wherever they want, whether on or off chain, for example. So far, Alpha is offering more than 150 crypto assets that are tradable and up to 60x leverage. And we're listing assets every single week. We have the ability to list assets as soon as they list on centralized exchanges. Then, so we have our spot DEX, which is powered by Algebra's concentrated liquidity AMM with a dynamic fee. So it removes the need for different fee tiers and it enables greater fee generation based on market volatility, as essentially the fee gets impacted by various outputs, such as the volatility in the market. We also offer multiple ALM options directly for DApp. We wanted to remove barriers to entry for retail. And soon we will be the only DEX on BNB and OP BNB offering plugins on top of our DEX. And this is where we truly become the most modular DEX that you have in the industry. So this is the work we want to start with you during this hackathon. We're thrilled to receive new use cases for plugins. We internally already have a lot of plugins in mind and we're already working on some, but it was the perfect opportunity to leverage this hackathon to basically crowdsource ideas that we wouldn't even think of. So one last thing about our product suite, that we have one other product that we're gearing up for releasing it, I would say in March. It's our social trading platform called Alpha. So users will be able to mint a Athena ID that will give access to various services over time and offer a unique identity and a profile essentially on Athena. And anyone will be able to create or join trading competition on both our spot and perps markets. We will also have some leaderboards, some tags and attestation to be earned by achieving various milestones. It's supposed to be a tool that the community can leverage to execute their trading strategy. We will have portfolio analytics, we will have protocols overview, and it's also a tool to gamify the experience around trading and increase the sense of community around Tina. And so this product is going to be very relevant as you're brainstorming ideas for plugins. So for example, we would like to see some attestation-based plugin that can give you access to a fee discount. So for example, if you hold that much VIDA or the, you can get X% discount. Or if you hold this NFT, if you've earned this ranking, you can access this specific feature on top of our pools. So more generally, what we want to see is that plugins can connect and link the activity of users on our DApp with some incentive mechanisms that are managed directly through plugins. So for example, if you have your top 10 in volume on Tina, you could receive a constant fee discount on your trading. It's about building a platform that can reward loyal and active users. Now, I just want to take a look back as we just closed our first year of operation. We generated more than 12 million in annualized revenue for our users for our first year. We onboarded more than 35, and now it's even more than 40 protocols. And they're all participating actively in the VE3 model by scaling their liquidity, by tapping into our incentive marketplace. They're also farming and locking it to acquire more governance power of our emissions. And now this is just the beginning. We're gearing up for a massive year of growth, and plugins will be a central part of our strategy, as we'll be the only one offering it in the BNB ecosystem. So once again, I'm very excited to see the outcome from this hackathon and receive all those great ideas from the developer community. Now I'm gonna pass on the mic to Vladimir from Algebra.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much, Tina, for presentation. So today I will present the technology which is inside of Tina. But before this, let me introduce myself. My name is Vladimir. I'm co-founder of Algebra. And Algebra is a DEX engine, concentrated liquidity DEX engine, which provide technology to more than 20 DEX at the current moment on more than 25 blockchains. So next slide, please. So before go to integral, let's start from the problems which we have right now on DEX market. First of all, DEXs are fully immutable. So even there are so many ideas in DeFi world, they could not be added to the DEX because DEX code right now for the most of the DEXs are immutable. So it means that if you deploy DEX like 3 years ago, you don't have a chance to change it right now because you have a bright idea. You need to ask all the people to migrate liquidity to a new version. Second, DEXs are not flexible enough. It means that every pool, for every pair on DEX have the same functionality. So there is still no way to completely change behavior inside of one DEX for, let's say, for stable pools, and has completely different behavior for volatility pair. And of course, security issues. I think everyone heard about like last hacks, about last problems in many DEXs. And the problem is that even if you know the problem, you could not fix it because, again, code is fully immutable and there is no chances to change the code without liquidity migration. So next step, please. Yeah, so now let me talk about breakthrough approach called integral. No, a previous one. Sorry, previous slide. Yes. It's a modular approach which help to fix all the problems which we discussed before. So there are two big layers inside of a DEX. First layer called core functionality. It's a layer where the liquidity is stored and the basic functions are implemented. And this layer is fully immutable. And the second layer is called plugins or functions, is where you could implement some extra functions which is connected to the pool. So in simple words, we separate pool from the functions. And thanks to this, we could change the function for every pool and add a new function for some pool, replace it, brainstorm new ideas, take some ideas from DeFi world for one pool and use completely another functions for the second one. So now DEX could design and customize every pool and connect it with new protocols in DeFi. Next slide, please. So what we got thanks to this approach? So much more new scenarios come to the DEX because plugins could access to internal functionality of a pool. So for example, you could implement some functions when somebody make a swap, or when somebody add liquidity or withdraw liquidity. So you can take some fee when somebody withdraw liquidity, or you can pay extra in fees when somebody add liquidity. As already Tina mentioned, you can brainstorm new scenarios like fee subscription. So you can buy discount for 1 month and trade for less. You can implement launch pads inside of a DEX. So in other words, you can build DEXs much more smart, and also you can add new functions which you brainstorm to the DEX. So it's not like one-time deployment and forget. So you constantly improve your product. Of course, you could update your DEX. So it's if you see that like some new algorithms on the market, you can replace it. If you think that it's should be added new functions, you could change it. And security issues, if you found some problems, functions could be replaced, because in core part, it's only like liquidity and very basic functionality of swaps implemented. It means that most part of the functions could be changed. And why we think that it's important for the TINA and the whole BNB community, because right now we're moving from the concept of a DEX to the open platform. So everyone, every protocol, every developer could brainstorm and propose own plugin at any moment while TINA is working, and send it for review. And this is, if this plugin is great, it could be connected to one of the pools, and you could benefit TINA, and I think it will also be connected with you. So we open opportunity to contribute to the DEXs, and don't wait until the new version of the DEX is launched. You can get your plugin live, let's say in several days, if everything is fine from security perspective. So I think that's it. So again, we expect that thanks to integral introduction to the TINA, we made from DEX to the platform where everyone, protocols, developers could contribute on constant basis. Thank you very much for your attention.
All right, thanks a lot, Vladimir. So I'm Brian from Gamma Strategies. Now, Gamma Strategies is a protocol for active liquidity management and market making strategies. So we're currently integrated with both Algebra Finance and all the DEXs that are licensing Algebra technologies, like BINA, for example. And we utilize our own market making strategies, range management strategies to provide liquidity on these exchanges. So on this page here, you could see, our 4 largest exchanges are Athena, Uniswap, QuickSwap, and Camelot, 3 of which are Algebra Finance based DEXs. And really our goal here is our main goal as active managers is we're trying to maximize volumes and fees on our liquidity positions while also maximizing yields to the LPs. So in doing so, we have a smart contract infrastructure which allows us to add and remove liquidity in different Uni v3 or Algebra Finance ranges. And one thing to consider is that both Algebra Integral and Uni v4 use the exact same tick math as Uni v3. And what that means is the way that the ranges work and the way that you can provide concentrated liquidity, that works exactly the same way as it does in v3 or Algebra or the current Algebra Finance integration. The main differences with plugins is that before certain events, like before you add liquidity, before you exit liquidity, before a swap, you could add custom logic. So basically, what are the types of plugins that would be helpful for an active liquidity management platform like ourselves? And so I think the best way to think about this is to really concentrate on our goals. One is trade volumes. How can we maximize trade volumes? The general principle of maximizing trade volumes is if you provide the deepest liquidity around the current price. Because if you go to a DEX aggregator like 1inch, Matcha, Paraswap, what they'll do is they'll route the trade where you'll have the best price on your trade size. Let's say if you want to trade 100 USDC for ETH, whatever will give you the maximum amount of ETH, it'll route your trade through those different routes. And so if you have deeper liquidity, you have less price impact, and if you have less price impact, you'll attract more volumes. The next part is LP yield. How can we increase yield to the LPs? So this occurs in two different ways. You can either maximize fee revenues, as I mentioned before, or you could decrease the cost of providing liquidity. I think the latter part is what generates a lot of controversy amongst LPs. You may have heard terms like toxic flow, loss versus rebalancing, divergence cost, and permanent loss. They kind of all refer to the same idea, that there's losses that can be suffered while providing a liquidity position. For example, let's say, and for a lot of people, it's hard to conceptualize this, but I'll do my best to kind of make it easy for you to understand. Let's say we have an ETH USDC pool. Let's say our current pool price of ETH USDC is, let's say the current price is 2,500 on Binance, but let's say on our specific pool price, it's 2,000. So there's obviously a big delta between our current pool price at 2,000 versus the established price on Binance, which is 2,500. So where the impermanent loss comes from is, let's say an arbitrager sees the two different prices. They say, oh, okay, let's buy it from your pool at 2,000 and let's sell it on Binance for 2,500. And so the arbitrager will take a profit of pretty much $500 and will pay the liquidity provider just the total trade size amount multiplied by a few basis points, which is the trade fee. So the liquidity provider doesn't get that full delta, that $500 delta between the two prices. The liquidity provider doesn't get that. He or she only gets whatever the trade fee is, let's say 0.3% times the trade size amount, which is oftentimes is going to be a lot less than that difference. The 500 times the amount of liquidity that you have in your position. So how can we utilize hooks to limit this divergence cost to the LPs? Now, with plugins, there's an infinite number of ways that you can skin a cat. One of the ways that you guys might brainstorm is maybe with dynamic fees. There's a dynamic fees plugin where perhaps you can use, instead of using the pool price to price a trade, maybe we can use another price, like a reference price. We could use Chainlink. We could use Redstone oracles. We could use Chainlink data streams to get low latency feeds and charge that price instead. So let's say if our current pool price is 2,000, but an established reference price like Binance is charging 2,500. So we can essentially charge 2,500, where you charge the additional 500 as a dynamic fee. And so the dynamic fee is just the delta between the established reference price and the pool price. And the difference goes back to the LP. So that gives the LP a way to capture that delta, which they weren't able to get before, if that makes sense. Now, there's trade-offs to that, because if you use just regular Chainlink price feeds, there's always latency with Chainlink, because Chainlink is, when things get really volatile, Chainlink's going to be a couple minutes behind. So maybe you got to use Chainlink data streams. Chainlink data streams is very, very expensive. So maybe you don't want to use it. And there's also, you have a certain reliance on certain price feeds. If you're just using a certain API to get the price feeds, what happens if that API is wrong? There's other teams that are building, ZK proofs to ensure that the quality of data that they're getting is legitimate. Chainlink Data Streams has their own security mechanisms to make sure that the price is legitimate. So that's one way you could work through this. But like I said, with plugins, there's a bunch of different ways you could skin a cat. Perhaps you could have another plugin before a swap. Let's say a swap is occurring, and before the swap occurs, you have a plugin that checks whether the current pool price is the same as an established reference price. And instead of charging a dynamic fee, what you could change is you could move the liquidity. So instead of providing liquidity like between 2,000 and 2,500, so you could remove the liquidity before the swap and place it at 2,500. So you're no longer providing liquidity in an area where it's below the established reference price. So that's like in another area where you could potentially reduce the impermanent loss. But again, that comes at some trade-offs, because that potentially could lower the amount of trade volumes that you receive, because trade volumes will give you the lowest price impact. So if you're offering trades at 2,000 for the price of ETH, while the established price is 2,500, obviously you're going to get a lot of volumes, but the trade-off is you're also going to incur a lot of losses. So the main goal here is how can we increase the trade volumes and also decrease the amount of costs going to the LPs. Another thing you could do is instead of doing all that, you could go have another hook where, let's say you provide ETH USDC. And whenever you're providing liquidity, you're always short volatility. So if the price of ETH goes up or goes down by a lot, you're going to lose money as the LP. The LP makes the most amount of money when there's a low volatility environment. You're always short volatility. So maybe you want to have an LP position that isn't so short volatility. Maybe you have a view that maybe ETH will go up and you want to capture some of the gains of ETH as it goes up. Because as a liquidity provider, if ETH goes up, right, people are putting USDC into your pool and taking out ETH. So your position is getting more and more weighted in USDC and less in ETH. So in order to capture the upside of ETH, what you can do is before you provide liquidity, you could have another hook where it says it sends a certain amount of ETH to GMX or to Athena Alpha, a perpetuals exchange, where it can go long on ETH while also providing liquidity. So you can capture some of the gains of volatility instead of always being short volatility. So these are just some plug-in ideas. Of course, the simpler ones are the ones that you see here. You can auto compound fees, because currently right now the fees are accrued outside of the position, and the user has to manually claim the fees and auto compound them back in. The dynamic fees I mentioned earlier. So these are just sort of a few ideas to kind of get the brain working on what is a good idea, what is a bad idea, or what's a good idea for active liquidity management. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, and if you guys have any questions, hop into our Discord and let us know what ideas you guys might have in mind. Happy to help you guys out, and look forward to the hackathon. So thanks again for having me.
Thank you, Brian. And thank you, Vladimir. It was really insightful. I think by now everyone understands that plugins will bring full modularity to our DEX and basically open it up to the entire DeFi space for developers to contribute and build new cool applications. I'm going to try to wrap things up as we're almost out of time, but I would like to remind everyone that Gamma and Algebra gracefully topped up the prices for our hackathon. So we're now sitting with up to $20,000 of rewards for the best plugins. In the slides, I added a couple of categories we're looking for, but I would like to point out that we intentionally gave a lot of freedom in terms of which plugin to submit. We want to see what developers can come up with, as I'm sure we didn't think of every great application that could be built in through plugins. Obviously, we have a heavy focus on liquidity management plugin. It's an area that interests us a lot, especially with Gamma. We would love to see, for example, pseudo-neutral strategies, long strategies where the plugin can leverage alpha or perps DEX to open a long on one of the assets the user is providing as liquidity. But don't get stuck on that. If you have any idea that you feel would be a great use case for a V3, feel free to submit. If you have any questions, feel free to drop on our Discord. We're going to create a specific channel for developers to ask any kind of questions that you would have. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it on our side. Thank you everyone for listening to us, and we're thrilled to have the opportunity to receive all your submission and to innovate together. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you all for the valuable sharing. As we all know that DeFi is one of the most important piece of applications on blockchain, and BNB Chain will definitely keep supporting DeFi projects and teams to build there. So we welcome any new teams with ideas like new liquidity mechanism, liquidity staking protocols, new lending mechanism, etc., to explore the magic of DeFi together with BNB Chain. So also in addition to DeFi, we have also seen a lot of like new narratives coming out in the past 1 to 2 years, which including deepin and decentralized social. Those are two very popular types. So today we have also invited 3 other projects from BNB Chain Eco to discuss more about those 2 popular narratives in our fireside chat together with us. So they are King, CEO of Q&A Street, and Nijat, digital community strategist from Mason Network, and Andrew, co-founder of Pop Planet. So before we start the first question, can you guys please introduce a bit more about yourself? So let's start with Andrew from Pop Planet.
Hey, Sarah. Thank you for the introduction, and thank BNB Chain for having us here. And hello, everyone. I'm Andrew Sato, co-founder of Pop Planet, and I'm currently serving as the Chief Operation Officer in the Asia Pacific region. But at the same time, I'm also one of the co-founders and one of the earliest starters of this project. And we're building innovative social fi project or decentralized social media platforms for the future creator economy. Yeah, that's about me. And I've been in this industry since 2017. That's a long time. Before that, I was in the traditional social media industry. Yeah, that's my story.
Thank you, Andrew. You are new friends, and we're looking forward to seeing the further development of Pop Planet on BNB Chain. Then Nijat from Mason Network, can you intro a bit more about yourself?
Hi, I am Nijat from Mason Network. In Mason Network, we are creating world's first decentralized benefit marketplace, IP marketplace. We are collecting resources from our users and monetizing that resources in decentralized manner using blockchain technology. Yeah, this is our project.
Thank you, Nijat. And the final one is King from Q&A3. King is already our old friend, right? King, intro a bit about yourself, please, and maybe a short about Q&A3.
Okay, thanks, Sarah. Hi, everyone. My name is King. I'm CEO of Q3.ai. It's really nice to meet all of you. We are AI-powered Web3 knowledge engine. You might want about 3 our name. It stands for Web3, our primary focus. We have chosen Q&A because we believe that questions and answers are the most efficient form of communication. Our Q3 leverages AI to pinpoint the 2 core demands of Web3 users, learning and trading. We offer a personalized suite of products and services, including research, trading, and deepin, to provide a one-stop solution that caters to the entire user lifecycle, positioning itself as the AI agent that understands the Web3 users the best. Based on the large language model of GPT, Q3 processes data through cleaning, retrieval, and aggregation, utilizing advanced technologies like RAG, retrieval augmented generation, model fine-tuning, knowledge graph, and other technologies to ensure accurate answer and logical data analysis. In just half a year since our launch, we have achieved multiple features. Beyond Q&A, our function now includes voting, check-ins, referrals, and data mining. As the largest applications in the AI plus crypto domain, Q3 offers comprehensive services to a vast number of Web3 users. Our user base has grown to more than 10 million right now, ranking number 3 across all chains, number 1 on the BNB chain and OP-BNB chain. That's all. Thanks.
Thank you, Kim. So let's start with the first question. We all know that with the deepening in the decentralized social protocols expect to be one of the the biggest trends of this year, 2024. So can you share more about like what is deepening and what is decentralized social protocols and how does it integrate with blockchain tech and what the trend really means for the end users? Maybe let's start from Andrew.
Yeah, okay. So the concept of the decentralized social, it's not just another decentralized messenger or encrypted messenger app. It combines the principles of decentralized economy with the traditional social medias. And the blockchain technology is definitely the fundamental element of this social fi. There are several layers of this social industry that's dealing with different needs. At the bottom we have product layers that helps people to establish and own their own social graphs and social assets. It means that social relationships and social data is no longer strings of data that's stored in a centralized server. They become personal assets that's associated with your on-chain identity and the transactions you made, the NFTs you issued or owned, or the interactions you did on the blockchain will prove who you are, and you can build different user scenarios upon them. And projects such as like CyberConnect, Mirror Protocol, and there are some other players are mostly building at least this layer. And upon that, we have the mid layer. So it's a series of smart contracts that's dealing with different backend services. The purpose is to simplify the user experience of using the blockchain. For example, the DIDs, the A accounts, all these, they help users to manage identities and assets of different minutes at one place. And some other products out there that are also helping users to issue NFTs, SBTs, or help them to circulate them, simply by clicking some buttons. It basically provides many easy to use tools for users to operate on the blockchain. And at last, we have the application layer, which Pop Planet is also on. These applications provide scenarios for users to directly interact with each other, implement certain tasks and achieve user-guided goals. It also helps users to establish a decentralized social economy model. Thus, we have the social concept that everybody's talking about today. So from our perspective, lacking any piece of the layer I just mentioned above will not make something a true desocial fi. That's why we at Pop Planet, we're not just building the application layer, but also optimizing the protocol and mid layers to provide users with the best services and user experience at the same time. Yeah, that's my answer. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. That is a really comprehensive and detailed answer about what is decentralized social. You mentioned about the infra layers and the application layers. We do looking forward to seeing how Pop Planet will change the way we do social and will monetize people's reputations or social graphs in the futures. So let's move on to the concept of deepening. So what is deepening? How it interact with blockchain? So let's move to King from Q&A 3.
Okay, thanks, Sarah. I think for most people, deeping is not a new concept. It means for decentralized physical infrastructure networks. In simple terms, to explain it, deeping distributes the infrastructure originally provided by centralized companies to users around the world in a crowdsourcing manner. The core logic of deeping is to encourage users to provide resources, including computing power, hotspots deployments, storage space, etc., to contribute to the entire deeping network. DePIN project users' behavior of participating in network resource was somewhat similar to that of venture capitalists. They invested resources to become risk managers and profited by increasing the number of tokens and the appreciation space of token prices. To understand the trend forward, I would quote the view of Masario. I would say everyone should read their reports on DePIN, including the Report of Crypto Sources 2024. Masario's perspective on DePIN is that it basically consists of two modules: off-chain data generation combined with on-chain data confirmation. Masario is divided into four areas of DePIN: decentralized storage, decentralized databases, decentralized wireless network, and decentralized AI machine. The development of artificial intelligence is currently facing computational bottlenecks and lack of collaboration. DePIN projects focusing on the AI field can solve these two problems well. We believe that data must be valued, and people as the subject of data need new digital rights. This is the value orientation behind DePIN, rather than simply putting data on the chain and token incentives. Combined with actual businesses, we Q3 we ultimately chose the decentralized AI machine as the direction of Q3. That's it.
Thank you, Kim. How about Nija? Can you share more about your thoughts on that?
Yeah, of course. DePIN is a new trend, and it is a new way of doing things, a better way. I want to talk about what we are doing in Mason Network. Mason Network is dedicated to establish an efficient bandwidth marketplace within Web3 framework, employing a blockchain protocol model. The platform focuses on aggregating and monetizing idle bandwidth from diverse user base at cost-efficient rate, serving as backbone for data transmission and decentralized storage, competition, and emerging Web3 DApp ecosystem. Mason networks aim to revolutionize the bandwidth market, pioneering Web3's decentralized landscape in data transmission bandwidth utilization. Since its inception, Mason network has consistently held the position at the largest decentralized bandwidth trading marketplace, boasting the industry's highest user volume and node user count. Originally dedicated solely to decentralized storage, it has progressively expanded its services to include social, blockchain, and AI data collection domains. With a focus on scalability, efficiency, and pioneering technologies, Mason is making significant strides in dynamic landscape of decentralized bandwidth and big data solutions. Now I want to talk about innovation and what's the innovation for us. Let me explain what's the innovation for us in 5 minutes. Innovation can be very simple or very complex. Let's take an example. If you see a solution for a problem, you notice some missing points, some drawbacks in it. You know actually a product is a solution for a problem, but you see a problem in that solution. Then you start thinking, how can I solve that problem? How can I create a better, reliable, and cheap solution for that specific problem? You find some points, some lines, and over time you draw some lines between that points that create some ideas. That ideas create some products. That products can be completely different thing no one has seen before, or improvement version of an existing solution. In the first scenario, if you create a completely new approach, you can't be sure users will accept it. You know, IP version 6 is a solution for IP version 4 shortage, but it's not widely used by internet service providers and cloud providers, still less than 50% in worldwide. A good good technological revolution must have a strong technological background. Users need to something to believe to try that new technology. Then they can see how better is it. Of course, there is no silver bullet. Then what we can do? In the situation, improving an existing solution, it's a good idea. For that, you can mix it with a different technology. For example, blockchain. It's like chemistry. Blockchain is a very unique element in our stories element table because you can mix it with almost any existing tech and get impressive results. It can solve a lot of problems of traditional technologies, And in Mason network, we are trying to solve bandwidth shortage and IP shortage of current internet infrastructure. We are scientists in Mason network who is mixing different elements, blockchain and bandwidth, to create a good value for our users and people. It's our company and our products. We have a lot of different products in bandwidth field. For example, we have Gaganode, which is a resource collector. We are collecting resources using Gaganode and monetizing that resources. Also, we have Gateway X, which is bandwidth layer for existing storage solutions, for example, RWave and IPFS. And also, we are providing CDN services for Web 2.0 and Web 3.0 companies. Always, we are developing new products and new solutions for our users. We provide solutions for AI, big tech, big data, and different sectors of technologies. Yeah.
Thank you, Nija. Thank you for your answer. So my next question is for Mason and Q&A. So this is a really interesting question. So both of you guys mentioned about AI plus blockchain, and when you intro your project. So how do you think the deepin is combining blockchain technology with AI? So let's start from King.
Okay, sure. I can share my answer. For AI company, computing power is the most important hardware infrastructure, and traditional companies increase their computing power by purchasing graphics cards. However, decentralized computing power is not fully leveraged at present because the decentralization of pre-trained models is physically not feasible. The data bandwidth needed to train large models far exceeds what the internet can provide. So generalizing large model inferences is challenging due to the enormous computational power required. Most mining farms achieve this by hosting servers with various cloud service providers, contradicting the principle of decentralization. However, the most crucial part of training large models is not the training itself, but the preparatory work, such as data cleaning and data selection. This process is naturally suited for decentralization since it requires less computational power. Most people's computers can perform NLP model-based data cleaning tasks, such as article summarization, sentiment analysis, and data scraping. Many complex steps in centralized servers can be replaced by decentralization. Since Web3 can motivate users to participate in data cleaning through token incentives, the efficiency would be reinforced by AI plus deepin in Web3. Although it's still very early, in the future, deepin can be used in more industries with requests for higher computational power, which I believe will be in return improve the productivity of AI.
Okay. Thank you, King. How about Lija? Can you share more?
Yeah, AI and deepin are a great fit because there are a lot of opportunities for AI in deepin field. Never been that many opportunities before. Our product and our services are not related to AI directly, but we provide solutions for companies who is developing AIs and AI related solutions. For example, if you create an AI chatbot or if you create a website which is using some kind of AI bots, AI algorithms, you need to distribute that data around the world. You need high bandwidth, high amount of data transmission, etc. In this field, we can help you to distribute your data, your information in decentralized manner. We have a lot of nodes around the world, and our network mainly powered by that nodes. By using our service, you can get faster website load, faster results, and your users will be happy about that results. So our company is developing wide range of products, and of course we cover AI related solutions and some solutions for companies who is developing different solutions in AI field, especially. Yeah, this is our current situation in AI.
Thank you, guys. It's really exciting to know more how those two training topics can be combined better in the futures by having those kind of deepin projects developed there. So moving to next question. So as we all know that there are three key technical stacks in a BNB chain. One is BNB Smart Chain. Another one is OPBNB, which is the layer 2 of BNB Smart Chain. And we have Greenfield, which is a decentralized storage protocols. So today's the three projects being here, they have already been developed on top of one or two, or even three the technical infras of BNB chains that I just mentioned. So my next question would be, what are the ideal features that public chain needs to have to be suitable for DePIN and decentralized social protocols to deploy on top of? And will the combination of Greenfield with OPBNB or BAC can offer some really unique product features or building experiences for users and for developers? So yeah, let's start with Andrew. Andrew, please.
Okay. Thank you for the question. So, the reason why we choose the BNB chain, actually we're building on all three of the categories, which are BNB chain, OPBNB, and Greenfield. We're using all the services now or in the near future. So technically, high performance, stability, and security are the three key elements we care the most. But more importantly, I think it's about the benefits to the users because we're building the application layer. Users are always the most important part. And BNB Chain is fast and it's low cost and it's user friendly and has been stably running for a long time. Not to mention the value of its brands and all these, I think, elements combined can keep the ecosystem sustainable and strong to bring users long-term benefits. And what's more, I think the team of BNB Chain is also one of the most hardworking, responsive, and productive teams we've been working with. And I think it's a nature choice. So yeah, so that's my reason.
Thank you, Andrew. That is a smart choice, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. How about Mason? Can you share more, like Nijat, share more about?
Sure.
Mhm.
Personally, I am a BNB chain user for a long time. I really love BNB chain because it is really faster, cheaper, and reliable. Even before I joined the Mason network, I used BNB chain. I believe BNB chain is a great fit for deepin because in Web 2.2 applications, you store data on a database, and writing and reading that data from that database is a costly process. But in Web 2 applications, you actually store the data on blockchain, and most of the time, the users actually paying for that data storage. That's why I believe the ideal blockchain for deepin application must be cheap because users otherwise will not use it if it's expensive. Also, it must be fast because in Web 2.2 applications and deepin applications, you do a lot of transactions, a lot of data writing on the blockchain and reading. That's why it must be fast. BNB chain is fast. BNB chain is reliable. Also, it is really easy to use. Also, everybody know how to use BNB chain. There is a lot of educational materials, a lot of tools. I believe there are really a lot of tools, most tools than other any blockchain. That's why I believe BNB chain is a great fit for deepin applications and Web 2.2 applications. It has a really good user base, a really growing user base, educated user base, and almost everybody know how to use the BNB chain. So we don't need to teach them how to use the chain. Actually, they need to learn how to use our product. I believe it's a good way to create a decentralized application. It requires less work, less hassle. That's why I believe BNB chain is great for decentralized applications.
Thank you, Nija. And Kane, I think you are the one that's really suitable for to share because QNS already got kind of like success, especially regarding to the on-chain metrics. So can you share more about why you choose BNB chain and yeah?
Okay, good. And I will agree what Andrew and Nija said. For Query3, BNB Chain is suitable for our data cleaning work because of its surviving ecosystem and large user base. It can truly decentralize Query3's data cleaning work without being monopolized by a few powerful entities. BNB Chain and OPBNB both have high transaction speeds and relatively low fees, which can also encourage more users to participate in Query3's data mining. Because BNB Chain's community is very strong, when users encounter problems while mining data, the community will respond quickly to provide any help and feedback. These are the reasons why we think BNB Chain's ecosystem is suitable for DeepIn developers. And Query3's data mining capabilities are in line with the DeepIn concept. Our plugin uses idle computing power of users for data coding and cleaning. Where users help us capture and clean this data, we reward them with corresponding credits. We believe that the ownership of the data captured and cleaned by users should belong to the users. Greenfield is very suitable for storing data that is crawled and cleaned by users. It can clearly identify the contributions users have made to Query3's model training, and it can also clarify the ownership of the data. In fact, we are considering storing our mining data in Greenfield to realize a higher efficiency. In the future, we might use the large-scale data size provided by Greenfield for offline general computing, which I believe will help us clean the training data. That's my reason.
Thank you, Kim. So moving to the next question, we're looking to the future. So what tech is needed, you think, that to underpin the further growth of this chain, including DeepIn and decentralized social? So to be specific on this question, we split it to two further questions. The first one is, what are the challenges of DeepIn and decentralized social, and how can they be solved from technically maybe perspective? And the second one is, what is your project's plans to further grow on BNB Chain in this year? Let's start from Nijit from Mason Network.
Yeah, we are a decentralized bandwidth marketplace and IP marketplace. Our business model is mostly P2P and B2P, so business to business. We are selling products to other businesses, and other businesses most of the time is using traditional Web2 companies because it is just easy, and they are most of the time they use traditional companies. But we reach them and we explain how great is DeepIn, what is our benefits, what's the decentralized technologies, and why it is cheap, it is reliable, it is even bigger. So we collect bandwidth and IP from our users around the world. In this way, we can provide real home IPs, real home bandwidth to companies and other users. This is a unique perspective of our products. So I believe main challenge is reaching traditional companies and explaining our solutions to them, because the DeepIn is relatively new technology and new idea. I believe it will be even bigger in the future, but currently there is less educational materials, educational information. So we are also creating educational information. We have extended documentation for our products, easy to understand tutorials, easy to understand articles. So it is easy to understand our technology, and users can easily install our nodes and maintain that nodes. Also, we have dedicated documentation for our users, so they can seamlessly transmit their information to our
Thank you. How about Andrew?
Okay. So I think from our perspective, the social are facing three major challenges at the moment. The first challenge I want to highlight is the social needs that easy to use and a universally available payment solution, through which people can easily participate from anywhere using any mainstream currencies. Because compared with the regular cryptocurrency transaction or trading needs, these social interactions have higher frequency and lower customer unit price. So it requires more efficient and lower cost payment solutions to be more sustainable. And the second challenge we are facing right now, I think it's we need a business level decentralized data storage solution, such as like Greenfield. So all the service providers out there now are either not available yet or too expensive and too slow. So this means most content-based social projects can only be built upon a Web 2.5 framework today. And the third challenge is not about technology. I believe all of our co-builders on this social field are facing is that how to provide users with a sustainable economic model where all sides can be benefited from the ecosystem long-termly. And about the solutions, infrastructure-wise, there are many talented developers such as Binance or other projects out there trying to solve the problems I just addressed. I'm confident that they'll make a difference sooner or later. As a product builder, we just need to adopt their solutions for our users when they are ready, which is our job. And product-wise, like I said, building a sustainable social model that everybody wants to be part of it is the most important thing. It's about how to find the real market needs and provide users with real values and find your target audience through precise user positioning or find users who can be benefited from your services. Thus, they can earn and provide at the same time. And our plan to grow further on Binance BNB Chain this year is we prepared a series of airdrop campaigns because we haven't launched RTG yet. So right now we're still doing beta tests or getting the products ready. We want all the users come to try, give us a try. So we prepared a series of airdrops to reward early stage creators and users of PopX, which is a vote to earn dApp that is on BNB Chain, and Pop Eco. It's a create to earn dApp that's on OPBNB. And we have a 1.5 million overall airdrop budget to reward supporters before RTGE. Some campaigns have already been released. And the upcoming one would be our phase 3 airdrop campaign, which is aiming to increase our on-chain interactions on both BNB Chain and OPBNB through the two dApps I just mentioned. So we will airdrop users with our tokens according to their interaction numbers and volumes. So you can find details of the campaign from either our official X account or from our app. You can find our X and download link at our website, which is popp.club. And you can download our app from the App Store and Google Play. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Andrew. You mentioned about sustainable economic models. I think that's not just the challenges for deepin or DSO protocols, but also for any kind of dApps that's being built in blockchain spaces. And also you mentioned about there's a lot of campaigns, the product itself. So yeah, the listeners or for today's, you just check Pop Planet website or Twitters for more details if you're interested. The next one will be came from Q&A. We wanted to learn more from your side these questions.
Okay, thanks, Sarah. I'm glad to know that Andrew also has 3 challenges. I also have 3 challenges to share. And the first challenge is that the challenge of achieving authentic decentralization in computing, striving to create a landscape where every participant can engage meaningfully. The second challenge is the difficulty in enabling participants to effectively harness their idle computational power, aiming to align these resources with tasks that match their unique abilities, thereby maximizing efficiency. The last is the potential pitfalls of individual independence, leading to reduced network efficiency among nodes, and how to mitigate these challenges, ensuring that the collective operation of our network remains robust and effective. Considering computing power and user experiences, our deepin technology is mainly used in the data crawl and data cleaning stages, a critical part of the data engineering process in the QA3 system, which can balance decentralization and productivity. We have launched a distributed data mining feature central to its deepin initiative, which leverages users' idle resources for tasks valuable to the crypto domain. This feature involves users in crypto data collection and cleaning, aiding QA3 in developing a specialized large model for the crypto industry. The process is facilitated by a Chrome plugin that operates unobtrusively in the background, automatically completing tasks. Users can earn credits for completed tasks, which can earn future airdrops. So please do not hesitate to download it in Chrome and try our product online. You will get our credits as rewards. And one more thing I want to add is that after its release less than 1 month, our DPIN product has already been downloaded and used by more than 400,000 people right now. That's my answer.
Thank you, Kim. We may need to move fast. So to the next question, the next one will be, what can we expect to see going forward about the development of DP and diesel projects? What will those related dApps bring to us, like the impact on our daily life or the whole industry? Let's make the answer to be short. Let's start from Nijat from Mason Network, please.
Yeah, I believe over time we will see more applications, more users, and more resource providers for DeepIn. I believe we will see more node runners and more developers, especially working in DeepIn, because we are currently seeing some awareness in this field. I believe over time more users will join and more users will choose to run a node. I highly suggest to our listeners to try our nodes, try our technologies. We have two different nodes, Gaga node and Mason node. Please just try our technologies, try our node, and just look at our documentation. I believe over time we will see more users and more developers and more cheap resources via DeepIn. Yeah.
Thank you. How about Andrew?
Well, I think this question is like a big question. So I would like to answer it from a bigger picture perspective. So we think that this social represents the future of social media. It's the future production relationship of social media. Firstly, it will bring new assets to the global economy. So online interactions and contents, which used to be owned by the big platforms only, now can become self-owned assets. This change will bring new vitality and the value injections to the entire internet and blockchain economy. It means that lots of user behaviors and virtual productions now can be counted as real value output. So going further, it will increase the scale of global assets that can be counted, thereby increasing the global GDP output. So with the rapid development of artificial intelligence, AI, and automated equipment, a large number of tasks will no longer need to be completed by humans. And I think this social has the potential to become a place where people use creativity and social behavior to produce social value. So simply put, this social has the potential to change everyone's daily life. Yeah, that's our perspective. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. And Ken?
Okay, we use AI plus DeepIn to borrow users' computing power to help us complete data capture and data cleaning work. In the process of embracing DeepIn, we deeply feel that infrastructure design has taken a big step towards a more elastic and self-coordinated future. DeepIn uses token incentives and the flywheel effects to connect scattered demand and idle physical resources, meeting demand at lower costs and higher efficiency. Our current attempt is just the first step. In the future, we will consider some special hardware and desktop robots. Perhaps in the near future, QA3 will launch more impressive products in the AI plus DeepIn. And I believe maybe one day, most of the dApp in Web3 will have its personal DeepIn function for users to enjoy, and more Web3 companies will launch their hardware products. That's my point.
Oh, cool. Thank you, Ken, and thank you guys for these answers. Then the final question is, can you share a simple message, like just one advice that you wanted to give or share to the audience today, particularly for those that really interested in deeping or diesel? Let's start from King. So just one simple message or advice.
Okay, thanks. I can share something with people who are interested in building a DeepIn project. Deepin is a highly specialized field with certain barriers to entry, especially because it involves both software and hardware components. Approaches to entering this field differ greatly between investing in a business, and there's no one-size-fits-all answer. So if you aim to create a project with a Deepin function, you need to make sure you have a steady cash flow that genuinely addresses market needs, whether it's enhancing efficiency or reducing operational cost. The priority should be to achieve self-sufficiency in the short term. That's my suggestion as an entrepreneur for those interested in the Deepin field.
Thank you, Kim. And Andrew?
Yeah, so my message is simple. So you have chosen to be part of this industry and you believe it, which is why you are here, right? So please think big and think long term. Believe it, be confident, be bullish, keep learning, keep building. That's all I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Keep building and keep learning. How about Nija?
Yeah, I highly advise to involving in this revolution, doing something, learning, running nodes, or helping projects to move forward things. I highly advise this for our listeners and for our users because DPN is powered by users, for people, for the world. I highly advise to running nodes and learning about this technology. Yeah, thanks.
Thanks. We all mentioned about learnings. So the sharing today is actually also a learning opportunities for our audience or for potential future blockchain developers to join this place. So it's a really valuable workshop. I think we talked about DeFi, Deepin, and decentralized social today with some really brilliant speakers and entrepreneurs today in BNB Chain Ecos. So we hope this sharing gonna be really helpful for potential developers and future users of BNB Chain. So do join BNB Chain family if you have any interesting ideas or any talents like developing or you are a product expert. So join our hackathons or any other programs like MVP programs or even apply for builder grants from BNB Chain. We got a lot of system programs that gonna support developers or startups to build there. So that's all for today's workshop. Thank you guys for your listening and for your sharing.